We have in the bottom left, Dark. And we have in the top right, Solar. Yeah, people saying it died quickly. It's too bad. It's too bad because people don't want to play games that are hard. They'd rather go play fucking Battlefield against 12-year-olds on their Xbox than play a fucking real skilled shooter. It's sad. I need my teammates so it's not my fault when I lose. Wow, you're pretty cool. What a gamer. We got gamers, guys. We got gamers. Watch out. Shit. All right. I like to play Roblox Fortnite mod. People happy. I love it. ZVZ. Watch the production tab. I'll talk about it when it changes. Yeah, Counter-Strike's great. I love Counter-Strike. I wish I had more time for some of these other games. I liked it when esports was fewer games. You know, when it was like just like 5 or 6 games, I used to follow everything. But, I mean, eventually esports blew up so much. It's like, well, it takes all of my time to follow StarCraft 1 and 2. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Counter-Strike, Brood Wars, Street Fighter, Star 2, Tekken, Smash, Quake. Those are the real fucking games right there, man. Oof. Those are good esports. All right. Both sides getting speed and 2 queens and 2 drones. It is, you know, kind of as you would expect. Watch the production tab, guys. This is the true secret to ZVZ. You watch it till it changes.
$3.33.
What's up,
Hey, Artie, serious
Yo.
question.
Yeah.
You keep saying how people are taking the easy way out.
Yeah.
What would you choose for your kids? Them trying to achieve something hard and great but failing miserably and being sad? Or then being lazy bums but being happiest people ever?
No, no, no. You actually have this completely wrong, don't offense. Trying to achieve something hard, great. Something that's really hard. Like, if you're trying really hard to achieve something that's very difficult, right? You're not going to fail miserably and be sad. That's not how it works. If you're actually working hard towards it, it's the journey, not the end result necessarily. And in fact, the end result is your own self-improvement. So it's not like not reaching the ASL doesn't make me sad. I'm striving towards something very, very difficult that very few people can do, and I'm improving myself as a person on the journey. Now, if I just did easy shit and I was happy, it's like, well, that's actually sad because I'm not doing anything with my life. And that is not something I would want for my kids. All right, so we have some Ling pressure from Dark here. Yeah, not able to get too much on. A few roaches being added in. Roach Warren is coming up for Solar here. And, you know, just a little bit of scuffles back and forth. And, yeah, Dark making quite a few Lings right now. Another Bane as well. Little counterattack comes down here from Solar. Definitely have to be careful. You don't want to be losing a hatch. Obviously, that's kind of what they've been going for. Now, these roaches coming up, the idea behind these roaches are, well, you can push queens back, but target banelings specifically. So that's what he's trying. Oh, catches Solar's Lings coming up. And, yeah, Dark's doing a fantastic job right now. He's clearing some of these queens. Solar's going to GG. A nice kill there from Dark. Yeah, nice kind of quick ZVZ there. ZVZ is the worst matchup? I mean, you can think that. I think some people would agree with you. I don't mind ZVZ in StarCraft 2. I think ZVZ StarCraft 2 is good. Thank you much, guy in the chat. Appreciate it. Whew. All right. Let's go into game number 2. What are we talking about here? Oh my god. Artie, what if Rafa played you in StarCraft, then you played him in Quake? We would destroy each other in our games? What is the point of that? What would happen if I played LeBron James in basketball and he played me in StarCraft? They would both look terrible and be boring. God. All right. Unless he played Protoss, then it's 50% chance he wins. Okay, so Dark in the top left, Solar in the bottom right. And watch that production tab, boys. Yeah. ZVZ is silly in that regard, I think. I think the production tab kind of ruins it a little bit. Because really what you're looking for is the first plume of lings, right? You know, it's like, if someone makes 4 lings and the other guy makes more than 8 lings, then it's like, okay, well, we have something. But you gotta wait for that. You gotta wait for that. There's that production tab, guys. It's pretty sick. Hold on, guys. Here we go. Oh my god, the Reaper's coming in! It's Micron against the 4 Zerglings! Look at that go! Oh my god! There! Are they all gonna be yellow? No! 2 yellow and an orange! Okay, the orange one goes back to yellow. Here we go. He leads with the green one. The green one's yellow now, too. Look at that. The Reaper's taking some damage. A grenade goes off. Oh, the Queen is out. It's over. Oh, wow. Yeah, fuck off if you think that that means anything. Jeez. All right. Oh, the production tab is still exactly the same. Look, I can make this slightly more entertaining, but I'd rather sit here and kind of laugh about, you know, what the production tab can actually do to casting. Where it's like everyone has exactly the same information now. We don't see anything that's different enough. It's like, oh, Baneling Nest. Yeah, but wait, we'll see the Baneling Nest here too. Look, it's just a couple seconds later. And there it is. See, Mapu's actually pointed out now as well. It's like, oh, he's getting his Overlord slightly faster. Look at that, 2 drones versus 1, but I bet you had another drone. What you're waiting for is the big plume of lings. Drones on both sides. Oh, hold on. 6 lings versus 2 lings in production. Are we going to see a few more? Oh, no. 4 against 6. Never mind. We're within 2 lings. Yeah, and drones being made by Dark. Oh, there's the Roach Warren. But will Dark start the Roach Warren before his opponent's Roach Warren finishes? Hold on, guys. It's a nail biter. He sees the Roach Horn, so now he'll start his own. Watch this. Watch, watch, watch. Oh, he's making the plume of lings. It looks like he's up 6 lings right now. Yep, there it is. Makes the extra ling, so he's going to put a little bit of extra pressure on while making his own return slightly later. Which is totally fine. So 4 roaches being made by Solar here. A little bit of pressure, but you see his Bane, so he has to turn around. Oh, sneaks a Baneling in there, but doesn't, you know, he only has 1, so he doesn't get the kills. All right, backing up, both sides getting the layers. Dark a little bit quicker on that. Getting a spine as well. Where is that spine, actually? That's kind of interesting. A few roaches walking out into the map. Solar actually up 5 workers at the moment. 3 spines being made. Hmm. I'm a little bit intrigued by the spines. Huh. Yeah, we get the +1 on both sides. It's funny, we have the layer, but we don't see roach speed yet. Should see roach speed here in a minute from Dark. It's a little bit late. Both sides continuing to drone a bit. Solar is definitely doing a better job of droning and throws down the Spire. Both sides get the Spire at the same time. Yeah, Solar is actually doing a bit better this game, honestly. Right? We're starting to see a trend here where he's been slightly up in drones, like, basically the whole time. Starts his 4th base a little bit quicker. You know, Dark does have, like, a little bit more as far as army, but not enough to really make a huge difference at the moment. Now, one thing I have to say is, if we happen to get into Muta versus Muta, that could really get very interesting. There have been and there can be games where when you're both going Muta, someone ends up on, like, Mass Corruptor. Normally from this stage of the game, that's not going to happen. In fact, I've never seen it go Muta versus Corruptor at this stage of the game. I don't believe. I'm searching my memory bank and I can't find a game where that happened. But yeah, stuff like that I think is really, really interesting. I remember when StarCraft 2 first came out, me and Sheth sat down and just made Corruptors and Mutas against each other to see who would win, and it really felt like Mutas were favored, but we've seen some cool Corruptor games. Now look, it actually is turning into Corruptor versus Muta. This is not super common, but this is exciting. This is exciting. Now, the funny thing is, what if your opponent doesn't make Mutas? Do the Corruptors do anything? Yeah, they kind of do still. Now, hold on. We actually have this Ling counterattack. Okay, the Banelings come up and do force that off, which is kind of important. Ling counterattack into the natural, and this base looks like it is going to get picked off here by the Roaches, which is huge. Now, the Mutas are dealing with these Roaches for the moment, but a lot of Corruptors being made. So Solar's going to come across the Corruptors, which have a base armor of 2 and are going to fight well against those Mutalisks. And in the meantime, his Roaches are just ravaging everything. You know, right now, the thing is, you can lose some of your infrastructure, some of your, like, you can lose a base and stuff against Roach attack if you have Mutas, because your Mutas will do a lot of value for you, but not against this many Corruptors, or not likely against this many Corruptors, right? It's not that the Mutas cannot win a situation like this, but you do not really expect them to kill them quickly. So see this? The Corruptors buy time, and the higher Roach count here for Solar starts to cut through everything. So even though those Mutas may end up winning, the Roaches have now killed the ground army, the Queens, and now are going after another hatchery. So the Mutas will end up winning against the Corruptors, but they don't have the time to go back and deal with the Roaches. See, he turns around, he's trying to deal with the Roaches, and the Corruptor's like, hey, fight us instead. So some very good play here from Solar, and Dark is going to have to GG. Really an interesting ending there. Interesting ending there. I like that. That was good. That was fun. That's the kind of interesting shit I want to see in a mirror matchup. Blind Corruptor's no scout. You're trying to start playing Terran and Brood War. What's a good resource to learn builds and stuff? I will actually have something for you soon. My good friend Up-A-Tree Zelda is going to try some Brood War Terran. So I'm going to gather the best shit to learn, to give him, and I will give it to you as well. I'll show the community. No, it's not back. I don't have time for that anymore. I'm glad that you remember it, though, Infeza. That was one of my favorite things I've ever done. Working on that shit, but yeah, I'll have the resources for people to learn Brood War Terran pretty soon, because I have to gather it from my friend. So all right, we're going to get into game number 3 and see who's going to the finals. Byun is up 1-0 against Gumi. I don't know if they have finished game 2 yet. And let's go. Game 3 between Dark and Solar. So, bottom left, we have Dark. Top right, we have Solar. And yeah, so we'll chill for a little bit. They're fast overlords. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. So we wait a little bit. You know, it's actually been a long time since we've had a ZVZ in one of these NA Cups. It's actually been like months. Generally, we're pretty light on Zergs. Normally, it's only Dark and Solar for top Zergs that enter. And for whatever reason, they just don't seem to hit each other very often. Like, one of them will get eliminated, or they're different sides of the bracket or whatever. Which, I mean, both are the same things, I guess. Someone says, Solar has really stepped up his game this year, it feels like. He's always good, but recently has been regularly contending with the world's best across races. Very impressive improvement, IMO. You're 100% correct. It's been just under a year, right? He won Super Tournament 2 in December of 2022. And that was his first legit tourney win in Korea. He was actually hard stuck in round of 16 for like 6 years in GSL. And now he's had really good results. And he actually, people do consider him one of the best players now. It's amazing to see him do that after so long of being kind of hard stuck in the middle. But yeah, that's, yeah, it's definitely something to point out and impressive. It's great to see people overcome barriers like that to themselves. Another player like that would be Creator, right? Creator, just for the last couple years, has become a top player again. He was a top player in 2012. After that, he sunk off from 2013 to 2021. That is 8 years he was active and had shit results, and he stayed active the whole time, and now he's one of the best Protoss in the world again. It's insane. I love to see it. I love it when people don't give up. Okay, we finally have something really interesting happening in the early game. A lot of lings being made by Dark. So Dark is going to be putting on a very strong attack here. Both sides getting Baneling Nests. Let's see how quickly Solar morphs banelings because he's going to need some right away. Let's see. Let's see. Baneling nests are done. Okay, one for Solar. 2 proxied for Dark. 3 for Solar. Okay, is Solar going to have enough? I think Solar should have enough to hold this. I think so. I think so. Right? You got to keep... Oh, that wasn't a good explosion. Oh, a lot of micro here. A lot of micro. You know what? Dark is doing pretty darn well. There's another one coming in. Okay, good dodge there. Keeps his Bane alive. Yeah, more Lings come out in time. Another Bane coming up, though. That one Bane is very, very low. Definitely would like to see Dark try to break off a Ling to get that. 1 or 2 hits and it's gone. Oh! Oh! That was a sick hit from Dark. And he surrounds a Queen during it. So Dark definitely outdid Solar a bit here. It's not end of the world, but that was certainly better done by Dark. Now, Dark, well, drone count kind of similar here. A little bit more army supply. Of course, that's jumping around all over the place as they continue to pump out what they think they need at the moment. Roach 1 coming up on both sides a little bit quicker there for Solar. Now, Solar, 6 drones. That oh, this is an attack. He's going for an attack. So what he'll do is he'll make a certain amount of drones. Like if he's... Yeah, it looks like it's going to be just 8. Right? So he's going to get 8 and then just make Ling Bane and go across the map. And just rally in. I think he looks at that and says, yeah, that's fine. You know, you made a lot of units early on. I have a good drone count. Let's go. Quicker Roach Horn. Dark, though, continuing to put some pressure on here. Finding some kills on some drones. Keeping him busy. He sees what's happening as well. So what you want to do with this attack is Solar, and you can see a bunch of Lings being made behind. He is making a few drones here now as well, but he thinks he can do counter damage. So his Roaches are going to be trying to pick off Banelings and allowing his Lings to get in and actually deal some damage. He also has a few Banes of his own to kind of parry Zerglings off. So, yeah, this is like a good type of counterattack. We see this really commonly in ZVC. Now, Lings run up into the main base. This was unexpected that there was such a big hole in the wall. But this is fantastic. My God, Solar doing a great job right there. And his Roaches actually turn around. Dude, he's going to get that Queen as well. Excellent. Excellent. All right, comes back. Ooh, surrounds a Roach with those Lings. He's going to get another Queen? Really? Oh, my God. Oh, the Queen might just barely get away. Ooh. And, you know, Dark kind of coming over the top with his army. Gets rid of the Banes that remain, and his Ling's going to slow these Roaches down. He is going to be able to get the picks there. Both sides heavy on Roach production now. Very similar in the actual drone count, but now Dark has a strong army. And not just a strong army, he's getting +1. Dude, if he waits, and if he makes nothing but Roach from here and attacks at +1, I can't see him not breaking. The +1 is going to make a huge difference. +1 on Roaches makes them 2-shot Lings, so you can't even use Lings anymore. And so, you know, here Solar is, and he's got to just make nothing but Roaches, but he is going to be doing worse with them. We'll see. Maybe with his Queens, he can get a good defense. You know, get a couple transfusions off. He's closer to his rally points, right? Off of those hatcheries, so maybe that's going to help him to hold. But Dark is doing exactly as anticipated here. He's actually mixing in some Lings as well. His Lings will actually still be useful because +1 will not be done for Solar. And of course, Lings are the quickest thing you can rally across the map as well. He is making 6 Banes. That's probably to just ram into the Roaches because he knows they'll be clumped. All right, comes up, does a hit, backs up, has that +1, don't forget. Yeah, runs those Banes right back. They don't really do that much, honestly. Ling's coming up and getting in on top of this as well. Dark with that +1 attack. Having a great time here. But we're right at the hatcheries of Solar, don't forget. So Solar may just be able to swing this back into his own favor. Look at that. Pushing forward now with his Roaches. It does look like that's going to be the case. Even being down that attack upgrade, he does start to hold this. A few more Lings coming up. But Dark gets pushed off and suddenly down 20 army supply. That's the danger of attacking across the map, right? If your Roach counts are close enough, your opponent pulls their Queens as well. That adds damage, that adds health, that adds tanking, right? Transfusions. And, you know, we're so close to the hatcheries that all those roaches are popping out and immediately helping in the battle. And now he has his own +1. Now, a lot of these roaches are damaged, and we're running into the same issue for Dark, right? Where Dark now has a defensive stance. He utilizes his queens. He gets a defensive concave, and he rallies from all his hatcheries directly into the battle. But will it be enough here against Solar? Solar has a very good arc of roaches here. More roaches coming up that little ramp. Really beautifully done by Solar. But Dark, if he gets one more round of roaches to pop right now, I feel like he might be able to still hold here. Oh, God. He's just slightly below what he needs. Just slightly. Okay, couple more come out. Couple more come out. And just pushes Solar back. My God, look at that. Back and forth, back and forth. ZVZ is funny like that. Well, another battle going out. Sorry. I was just kind of watching that for a moment. And Solar is going to be able to take that. And so Solar goes on to the finals. Very well played, ZVZ there against Dark.